Jew who doesn't like coffee, honestly.
My name is Debbie Rudd. I am an Upper West Sider of New York City. I have worked in the Jewish community for almost all of my working years, and I've been working at a synagogue for the last 18 years. I think we are in a very challenging time of our Jewish lives. We're here in 2024, and it is challenging, and I have a lot of belief and hope and optimism that there is joy to be found now, and there will be a lot of joy and happiness and continuity to be found in the future.
I don't know if it's just me, but Jewish food has a sense of home and religion, and that helps. It's very nostalgic, and it brings people together, and that's the main thing that makes it attractive to many different people, is that it has a sense of home. Because when you're born into a Jewish family, the family feeds you well, and they give you Jewish food, and that food really sticks with you for much of your life. And when you eat Jewish food, it gives you a reminder of home.
I think there's a lot of things you do in Judaism, actually do, that are joyous and happy, and one of them is making challah. And I make challah every single week. I make it with my daughter. I make the dough, and then she shapes it. And it's very tactile. It's very thoughtful. Right now, it allows me to think about friends and relatives that are in Israel and the Jewish community all over the world that is doing this kind of thing on the same day and going to be using it sort of on Shabbat or for the same purpose. And I have been in challah baking workshops with other friends, primarily women. And that's just fun and uplifting. And I have taught how to bake challah to hundreds of people. I've done workshops with 10 to 40 people in a workshop, and they go home and they continue to make it, or they send me photos, or they tell me they've made it. So that sort of amplifies this really tactile, rewarding, and satisfying connection to doing something that's Jewish. My Jewish life isn't just about being with Jewish people. For example, I give challah to everybody, right? You make a big batch and there's way too much to eat, so I give it away to friends. It's bread, it's braided bread. We eat, Jewish people eat it on a Friday night, so I try to teach a little bit about that, but it's sort of also sharing some of the Jewish culture with other people. It just makes me happy. You ask about joy, what is joyful? Things that you do that make you happy, and baking challah specifically is one of those things that makes me happy. I also get a lot of personal joy from hosting people on Shabbat. So while Shabbat is religious in nature, for me, it's a marker of the week. It's a day for my family to get together. It's a day and a night for us to invite friends and to really just spend time around a table. And I always make sure that we have the ritual items out, right? So we have our challah board, our challah cover, our Kiddush cups, many cups over the years, candles. And each of the items that we use has a story about it. Whether I bought it in Israel, it was given as a gift. This one was given to my son by his grandfather, my father, on my son's bar mitzvah. This a friend made for us at our wedding. So every day we see all of these ritual items. They're just part of our apartment and part of the day-to-day of what we see. So there's joy in using those items, and then the joy of having people around the table just elevates me. So I find that a really sort of happy and joyful part about being Jewish today. I think that there are a lot of Jews who just feel Jewish.
core of the Jewish community is probably the individual. You get what I'm saying? It's probably the individual, because the individual makes up the community itself. And without the individual, the community would not be a community.
We invite young kids and their parents to come in and feel comfortable. So in order to do that, there's toys out all the time, like soft toys, and then there's a whole like shelf of kid books, baby books, so that kids can come, their parents can be part of this Shabbat service, and they could be in here and feel very welcome and have fun, while they're here. This is out all the time, and we light our candles every Friday night, and these candlesticks I just purchased when I was in Israel this summer, so they mean a lot to me. This candlestick, my husband's grandmother's candlestick. Various posters and stickers and visuals of the hostages and that are being held in Gaza, and sort of just to make us think and remember and connect with them and their families. A modern Jewish take. So I put out a lot of different candles, a lot of candles here, all different colors, and whoever is here and wants to light them is welcome to. So that's, I guess, a modern way to look at it, to bring sort of light and Shabbat brightness into people's lives for whoever wants to light.
That's the hardest question. To describe Jews in 3 words, like trying to describe the entirety of the human race and its history in 3 words. Caring, community, and the individual person.
I sort of thought, why am I why am I Jewish? What is it that makes me feel Jewish? And I actually don't have 3 words. I just feel good. I feel loved. I feel a purpose. I feel needed, and it just feels right. So for me, being a modern Jew is just a feeling in my gut of what feels right.
My biggest dream is probably to have my family proud of me, and to be successful in life, because I know that a lot of people don't get the opportunity. And so even if I have stress, and even if I'm tired or everything along that, as long as I'm at the end of the day happy and enjoy, at least somewhat enjoying my life, I'm content with that. Being able to spend time with others and having going to places like Cornell, graduating with a degree I like, and just at least having a good life and finding some success in the field that I work in.
A very big blanket statement is that every Jew wants peace. Somehow, some way, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, just wants peace. No, not a lot of anger, not a lot of aggression, and just to live a life that is the life they want to live, and not be hated for it, or not liked for it, or just let me live the life that I want to live. Doesn't have to do with your life, it has to do with my life, and let me live that life.